Hi, my name is Alexis and I am working on my Solitude project. Okay, so I decided to do my Solitude project because I struggle with allowing the Lord to speak to me. I tend to just babble on all the time in my prayer time recently, and it has been such a struggle to be still and allow the Lord to speak to me. It's like I'm asking him questions and I don't give him time to respond. So I think this would be a great project to challenge myself and to really allow the Lord to work through me. So this is day one of my Solitude project. Okay, so I went ahead and got the timer ready and we are about to start my 2 hours. All right. Okay, so I went ahead and brought in my journal that we're instructed to bring and just write down our thoughts and feelings and what we feel. And then I did bring my 2 Bibles, some sticky notes, So I just finished my first 2 hours. Here's my little journal. I guess I felt like I couldn't get a great start to my 2 hours of solitude. I really just had to pour my heart out to the Lord. I just wrote. I wrote to the Lord. I told him how I was feeling. It was a struggle. This is all the stuff that I wrote. 2 hours. The 2 hours is not easy. It is difficult. Oh my goodness. I feel like this is gonna be such a pruning opportunity, these 12 hours. It took me a while to just be still after I finished writing to the Lord, and it felt a little weird. It felt uncomfortable. I was kind of bored. Day number 3. Oh my goodness, day number 3 is actually the day that I felt like I actually got something out and I actually heard the Lord. Because day 1 and 2, I really didn't hear anything. It was silent. It felt a little silly. I was very grateful. I just felt my spirit. I just felt so grateful, so overwhelmed by like the goodness of the Lord. I asked the Lord to forgive me for questioning him, because I'm literally living in an unanswered prayer right now. Biggest answer to my prayer, to one of my prayers, is I've been really asking the Lord. We've been looking for a church home, and we've gone a couple of times to Word Baptist. We've gone to a few others, and I've just been like praying about like, Lord, where do you want us? As I was praying, I just saw the words Word Baptist. God's plans are better than mine, and I'm just super excited, a little nervous to like have our church home, and also in finishing up my 2 hours. I was walking around my apartment and like praying, just finishing up like the last 5 minutes of the Lord gave me and my husband an assignment to host like a Bible study, to host like a hangout for like young adults or whoever. And as I was praying and finishing up my 2 hours, the Lord showed me a vision of our apartment full of people worshiping, and I felt the chills and I felt the presence of the Lord. Of my 12 hours, and this is the first time I've heard the Spirit talk in this manner. So I guess I'll start off with me having the song Holy Spirit Come. It's the Holy Spirit, you're welcome here. And I've had this song stuck in my head for 2 days. I had it stuck yesterday when I was in my 2 hours, and I couldn't really remember the second verse. I just remembered I was singing Holy Spirit, you're welcome here, and then I just remembered myself humming the second verse and just remembering the word atmosphere. So today I found myself singing this song again and remembering the second verse, and I went ahead and listened to the song, and I was looking up the lyrics, and atmosphere really stood out to me. Come flood this place and fill the atmosphere is the second verse to the song. And like I said, I felt compelled to listen to the song, and I felt compelled to, the Lord was telling me to listen to the song and look at the lyrics. And then what came into mind, I was watching my chapel, and this week I watched Kyle's chapel, and he was talking about ask the Holy Spirit to help you when, like, just doing your be an everyday missionary is what he said. And that's what came to mind is, let me become more aware of your presence and ask the Holy Spirit to help you. That Kyle's sermon came to mind as this song came to mind, and thinking about Kyle, and I was like, atmosphere, presence, atmosphere, presence. And then I just felt chills and the presence of the Lord when I put atmosphere and presence together. You know, I was sitting, I was quiet, I was allowing the Lord to speak to me, and John the Baptist came up. I heard his name in like sermons that I've been watching in chapel, sermons at church, and just overall John the Baptist has stood out to me when I've been listening to sermons. It's like John the Baptist is going off. Then I was like, okay, who is John the Baptist? We know that he's the cousin of Christ, but then I found myself going to John 1:23, and that says he is the voice of one crying out in the wilderness. So I was like, okay, who is John the Baptist? What does this mean? And I went into my accordance and I looked up a simpler version of that, and I said, okay, so John the Baptist is the announcer. He is the preparer for Jesus. He's the prepper, preparing people for Jesus. And I went on to Isaiah 43 because that's what my accordance pointed me to, and it says, listen, there is someone shouting, prepare a way in the desert for the Lord. Make a straight road, therefore our God. And I just started crying. And ultimately what I got from day 4 is to prepare for the assignment. To, as we are preparing for our assignment, me and my husband, to be aware of the Holy Spirit and to prepare our home